Hello and welcome back to another video. So I'm just in here with the weanlings now. I'm after giving them more grass. So they've spent the last couple of nights out now that they're acclimatized to the weather, and they seem to be happy out. I've just given them the rest of this place because a lot of it is rushes there, you can see behind me. But yeah, they seem to be getting on fine. I'd say another 2 or 3 days here now and I'll put them over to the other side and we'll see what the weather is like then after that. So what's the plan for today? I'm going to go do a bit of topping. So I'm going to throw a bale into the cows now first, and then I'm going to get the topper on and I'm going to chance a bit of topping below. Not sure what the ground is going to be like, to be honest. Could be a bit boggy down there in parts, so I'll just have to be careful. So we'll see how we get on, but yeah, I'm going to throw the topper on now and see what I can get done today. Just the great thing about the 135, I said I better throw a bit of diesel into it before I get going. So I pulled up to the tank, opened it, and it's full. I can't remember when I last topped it up, and it's nearly completely full. So you can't beat it. So far so good with that anyway. I have it on. Forgot about the stabilizing bar until afterwards and I was like, oh no, this is going to be a disaster, but it was fine. It just popped on. I'm going to leave the PTO off until I get down to the field, just because it might be a little bit of a bumpy ride. I took a bit of weight off the front as well, in the hope that the front wheels won't sink as much, because that's where I'll have the problem. The front will sink. So hopefully with the little bit less weight, I have a better chance of not getting stuck anywhere. So yeah, we'll see how we get on now. Now I'm pretty much ready to go, so I brought my ear defenders. Yeah, it's really loud with the 135, especially when it's all open as well. I tried just using the AirPods last year and sure, I couldn't hear the music over the sound of everything, and then I was probably affecting my ears even more because I had the music up so loud and still couldn't hear it. So I said I'd get the proper ones this time, Dad got those for me. I don't know where he found them. They're good and small because I have a tiny head. And I have my 213s. So we actually got my dad a present of a set of ratchet ones. So it's really handy. Now, it was his present, but he only got them so that I could use it on the topper. But anyway, so I'm going to use this today and see is it a bit easier to loosen them, because I find it very difficult to get in at them. So I've one regular and I've one ratchet one then, so we'll see how they go. And of course I have a few spare bolts, shear bolts. So I should mention as well, this is the field that the 2 cows and the calf came out of there in, when was that? January. Start of January. So as you can see, there is pretty much no growth. Definitely greening up though, in fairness. So I'm hoping to clear all these water lilies or whatever they are and the rushes and just give it the best chance it has to get a bit of grass in here. So that's why I'm doing it so early. I'm not going to top anything else except for the place that the weanlings come out of there now as well in the next few days. But other than that, I'll probably hold off for a bit, because I did a few of the other fields quite late last year. I think it was October I did them. So in fairness, you can see it, like there's nothing like the thick rushes we have here in those fields. So that's the plan. So the first shear bolt is gone and you will not believe how. So I only had one block in the front and a weight, and I was like, oh sure, that'll be grand, until it popped out, went under the bloody tractor and under the topper. So that's not going to do wonders for the edge on those now. Took chunks out of the block. So yeah, down a shear bolt, but hopefully I haven't done any more damage than that. Bloody disaster. I was going so well. So yeah, we'll try out Dad's new ratchet and hopefully it works. Okay, it's changed. Highly recommend this for that job. It's ideal. I don't know how men with big man hands get in there to change that, but that is unbelievable. So get yourself a ratchet one if you're doing a bit of topping. It makes a massive difference. So I'll go again, and hopefully that's the last one I change now today. We'll see. So I'm having a nightmare with the topping. Changed that shear bolt, grand, went as soon as I turned on the PTO. Changed it again, went as soon as I turned on the PTO. Now I've taken it all off and I've moved it around myself, and I don't know, because I don't have enough experience with topping, and my dad doesn't know either because he never did topping before. So I'm going to give in, and I'm going to go in and get a few more shear bolts and just try it out there in the shed. But if it shears another one, I'll leave it, because there's obviously something wrong, but it's just a pain now. now, so I've the top section of this field done. You can see there behind me. A bit of marking in spots, but overall not too bad once I got into it. So I got stronger shear bolts that time when I went to get them. They're definitely stronger than the other ones, and none broke there, so that's good news. So yeah, that's it there now. It's nice to see it rush free for a change, and some nice green shoots coming as well, so always a good sign. So I'm going to keep going now for a couple of hours and try and get, I probably won't get it all done, but I might get a lot of the rest of this place done. A lot of it is down a slope as well, which I'm not even going to bother trying to do because I could do without rolling the tractor now today. So yeah, I'm just going to do the flat bit up the top, and if I can get that cleared I won't be doing too bad. But yeah, that's the plan for the rest of the evening. I need to go have something to eat now. I've skipped lunch, and yeah, gotta grab something to eat quickly, and I'll come back and do a bit more. Now we're on day 2 of the topping. So my battery died yesterday and I just didn't get everything done, just with the delay when I hit the block that time. So I had to come back to it today. I got very brave after lunch yesterday and decided that I wasn't going to stick to the top part, that I would actually come down here. Now I hadn't planned to do here, but it looks so much better now that I did. Now I'm going to show you why I didn't want to come down here. Well, first of all, it's extremely uneven, as you can probably see from the way I'm walking down here, but in fairness the 135 was grand. But this, I'm basically on top of bog here now where I'm standing, and just here is, it goes off the edge there. So that's where the turf used to be cut into. So I was just a bit worried with the 135 that maybe it would, I don't know, you know, when it's soft down here and you're steering with the 135, it tends to slide a little bit, so I just had to be careful. But I managed to get quite close to the edge anyway and tidy it up a bit. But I mean, it's pretty much all rushes down here. This ground is rough, you know, but I think I did a good enough job of it. So I want to do another small bit over here, but again, it's a little bit dodgy. There's a lot of dips, so I'm not going to do it today anyway. I'm going to stick to the top part today and try and finish it off. So yeah, that's the plan. now that's me done. As you can see behind me, it tidied up the place nicely. Yeah, as I mentioned, I'm not going down the hill. I'm just not brave enough today. And yeah, so that'll wait for another day. But this is where they get the main grazing from anyway. And I'm sure you're watching it thinking, how do they get any grazing out of that place with all the rushes? But we get a lot of grass out of here in the summer. The cattle will be in here for weeks and weeks now. I know it is a big field as well, but yeah, they get plenty of time down here. So nice to have that job tidied up now, and hopefully the grass will get every chance it has. So yeah, with the topping, like, some people say they hate it, some people say they love it. I don't know, do I just love it because it's a new toy for me, you know, and it's, I suppose, the first thing that I've insisted on getting on the farm when my dad wasn't too sure about it. What I did last year was we had 2 transport boxes and I didn't like the newer one, so we got the old one done up and I sold the other one, and that paid for half the topper. So I said to my dad, look, you give me the other half and I'll give the half for this, even though it was my dad's money anyway because he bought the transport box in the first place. But yeah, so that's what we did, and it's the only reason I got it, really. But yeah, I'm delighted with it. And look, it's, as well, I don't know, do I have almost a sense of responsibility to do it right, because it's the only job here that my dad hasn't done. He's taught me how to do every other job that I do on the farm, so I kind of taught myself the topping, really, and just kind people on the internet giving me tips and things last year as well. But yeah, so I do want to do it well, and you know, he does always comment afterwards how the fields look great after it, because generally we'd get a contractor in once in the year and he might do 1 field or he might do 2 fields, given, you know, what grazing is done at that time. So generally you wouldn't have many of the fields looking as clean as when I can do it myself. So I'm really looking forward to it this year, because I did only get it, I'd say, in, I don't know, was it August, September last year. But it'll be nice now to have it this year, so that when they're done with the grazing later on in the year, I can get in there, I can top it, and yeah, it'll just be nice. Keep on top of the place. Look, until we reseed and all that, we're going to have rushes, and you know, it is bad ground down here in Kerry. But look, we'll do the best with what we have, and yeah, the topper, hopefully it'll make a nice difference, other than just making the place look nicer, which I also like. But yeah, that's it now. I'm going to go up, wash it. I probably won't take it off until tomorrow, feed the cattle, and then I'm done for the day. This here is the block that I absolutely massacred when it fell out of the weight box and under the topper. Yeah, as you can see, there are some decent chunks taken out of that, and same on the bottom as well. So yeah, I'm very lucky I didn't do more damage than I did, but yeah, there's always something with me. Now I'm just here with the weanlings again before I finish up. So I'm still giving them a few nuts in the evenings, but nothing much. They're barely getting half a kg each at the moment, but I said I'll keep it going for a while now, since they're out by night now as well. But it keeps them quiet as well, if nothing else, you know. They know to expect me now when I'm coming down in the evenings, so they fight it out there. So that's them sorted. I have cleaned the topper. I just don't want the grass rotting it. I need to look after it, my investment. And I've just fed the cows as well. So that's me pretty much done for the day. I'll take the topper off tomorrow. One thing you will notice in here is I have 2 cows where the calves or the weanlings used to be. So look, they might be back in, but I said for now I'll take the opportunity to take the cow out of the pen, because to be honest, trying to keep up with cleaning it was just a nightmare. She just destroys the place. And I'm short on straw, and I am finding it very difficult to get some because the fella we usually get it from doesn't have any this year. So we'll have to source it elsewhere before calving starts. But yeah, I said I'd put her in there, and then I said while I have her in there, I might as well put the big black cow in as well, because I'm still not happy with the condition on her. She definitely looks a bit better, and she even looked better out the back when I was taking her from the slats, when I was on the same level as her and stuff. She definitely looked better, but I said while I have the chance now, I'll separate her from the rest, and she might be able to get a bit more of the silage. And then as well, if I feel we do need to give her a few nuts to supplement her, it'll be very easy to give it to her in there instead of 5 others fighting for it below there. So yeah, that's me done for the night. So a lot of topping, so I hope you enjoy topping, or you won't have gotten to this point in the video. But look, thanks again for watching. If you liked it, give me a like, and if you haven't already done so, I'd be delighted if you subscribed. So thanks very much.